Shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, Great Millstone. Alright, just finna get into this quick lesson. Alright, what we got coming for us, for the elect. Alright, Lord, I'm part of that number, But, great things are coming, towards the Lord's elect, and ultimately to the whole nation of Israel, But this is Isaiah 16, verse 15. Let me see. I'll start at 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. All right? Because they here in Babylon the Great, aka America, all right, the so-called Negroes, the Latinos and Native Americans, we're despised here. All right? They come around us with their, head, lifted up. But guess what? That's about to turn around. All right, you see the nations when they come in our presence, they're gonna, bow down. All right, and so that's why that's what we can't wait for. That's why we, that's why we stick to this truth. Because that's one of the things that Yahweh Shah promised us, that He's gonna give us rule over the nations. Let's get that real quick. Revelations 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. The red letters. So this is Yahweh Shah speaking. All right. So guess what? We're holding fast what? This word. All right. Holding fast and believing in Him. All right. Believing in Yahweh Shah. All right. Not letting nothing, sway us away from Yahweh Shah, And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. All right, let's get into the word power real quick. Exousia, the power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases. See, we're gonna be able to do as we please to these heathen nations. All right, and we're gonna do everything in righteousness. All right. But hey, if we want you, we're gonna tell you, hey, the best of your crops, hey, you gotta give it to us, all right? And guess what? We say it's gonna be done, It's not gonna be no if, no ifs, ands, or buts, It says physical and mental power. Wait. Hey, that, we're gonna have power over them totally, from their outer appearance, from, what they got going on in their mental mind, The power of authority, influence, and of right privilege. The authority over mankind. See? So we're going to have authority over these nations, all right? Anything we say, they're going to instantly do it, And they're going to be happy to do it, because they're going to understand that, hey, it's going to come with a blessing, But yeah. So it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. So we're going to, there's 17, heathen nations on this earth. All right, we're going to have possession over all of them as long as we, keep on, striving, And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father. See? So we're gonna be able to beat them, all right? Basically, as they have done to us, we're going to do it to them, but double, This is what's coming, all right? And we can't wait for this, all right? Because these heathen nations, they look down upon us, All right, they're in our communities. All right, selling us, bullshit. You know. All right, these heathen nations, they have, you know, did some terrible things to us. That I don't even want to mention. So they're gonna have to pay for all of it. And guess what? Yahweh Shah is gonna give us the right to do it all, to pay him back. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. So back in Isaiah 16 verse 15, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. All right, because, hey, this is our last captivity right here. All right, and after this, we're going to be, given the new bodies. All right. We're going to be, on high forever, Let's get something real quick, just real quick. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right. So we're going to have rule over all the earth. All right. We're going to take this kingdom by violence. All right. And once it's in our hands, guess what? We're going to rule the earth, in righteousness. All right. We're going to make everything better. Everything, how it's supposed to be. All right. The earth is going to be replenished, under our rule, Here, back in Isaiah 16:15 again. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Let's get the word eternal and excellency. That's I-Walam. Wait, I-Walam. Yo, I-Walam in the Hebrew. So I-Walam, forever, always, continuous existence, everlasting. And I believe it says something about a perpetual name. I guess I'm tripping, but get the word excellency now. Exaltation, majesty, pride. Majesty, exaltation, excellence of nations, of God, of the Jordan. All right. So we're going to be, let's see the Hebrew word. Ga'awan. I believe that's how I say it. Ga'awan. So I will Ga'awan. All right. So we're going to be on high forever, What does it say? Hosea 1. Let me get that. Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God. All right. So see, right here in Babylon the Great, aka America, we're counted as nothing. All right. They say they'll say we come from apes. We're from this, we're from that. So see, it was said that we are not, the Lord's people here. All right. But here it's going to be made known that we are the sons of the living God. All right. Once these prophecies start coming to pass, All right. Yahweh Shem Shai, he's going to grant us, spiritual powers. All right. For some of us. All right. Then you're going to get beamed up. All right. Beamed up into the chariot. And in the midst of you being beamed up, your body is going to change. It's going to be made known that, oh, shoot, these people are the sons of the living God, Here, Jeremiah 30 and verse 11 or 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be at rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. See? And why is that? Why are we not going to be afraid no more? Because the Lord is always going to be with us, because we're going to have them new bodies, all right? But the Lord is telling us not to fear, all right? Don't fear. All right, especially, to the elect, don't fear, because you're already predestined to make it, all right? And be made an eternal excellency, For I am with thee, said the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. All right? So the Lord just has to correct us. We're in this predicament, because the Lord had to correct us, For thus said the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines, all right? Salakia. So, yeah, here in Babylon the Great, we had to go through the curses, There was nothing to relieve us of the curses, Verse 14, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased, all right? So, yeah, we've been being down, all right? The other heathen nations, or Esau, even so-called white man, has been beating us down, and then other heathen nations, they'll come through, and benefit off of it, So we was totally through down here, all because we sinned, though, Verse 15, why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. So the Lord has done these things to us. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Ooh, so see? The roles is about to be switched, all right? Where they look down upon us, all right, they talk shit about us, all right, guess what? The roles is about to be switched. We're about to devour you, Verse 17, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, who no man seeketh after. So see, the Lord is about to, heal us, all right? The healing process is now with the truth, all right? And then ultimately, it's going to be in full effect when we get them new bodies, And the new bodies to where the law, statutes, and commandments is, downloaded in our system, to the point where, hey, we can't go off no more, Verse 18, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be built upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof, and out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them, and they shall not be few, and I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Let's get this word small real quick. Sha'ar, or Sha'ar. To be grow or grow insignificant, grow small. So we're not gonna be insignificant no more. How we're insignificant here, in this world right now. Hey, we're gonna be, our government is gonna be at the top. People are gonna be, the heathen nations. They're gonna want to come to us and learn our ways. The heathen. Hey, we're gonna have heathen nations, seeking to please us. They're gonna be given the best of their things. The best of their, food, the best of their, their daughters. All right, the best of their, you know, yayan, wine, the best of everything. All right, jewelry, precious stones, all that. You know. This is what's coming, and I was thinking about something else, but oh yeah, let me see. So I can't give me a second. I gotta go into Ezekiel 36. This one hard. Ezekiel 36 and verse 24. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all the countries and will bring you into your own land. All right, and this is a future prophecy right here. All right, Yahweh Shah, when he comes back, let's get that. Let's get in Matthew 24. He's going to deliver his elect, that's from, that's scattered everywhere. Let me see. Matthew 24 and 31 or 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So this is Yahweh Shah, when he returns on this earth, the people of this earth that's not of the elect, they're going to mourn when they see Yahweh Shema, or when they see Yahweh Shah. They're going to understand that, just off his presence alone, they're going to see that, he ain't come to play, And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So see, the elect, we're going to be gathered from all, from everywhere, America, all right, parts in Africa, wherever the elect's at, they're going to be gathered, all right? That's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do. So back in Ezekiel 36 and verse 25, it says, Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. So see, we're going to be cleansed from all our wickedness, all right? Why? A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of you, your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. That stony heart representing, that heart of rebellion, you know. But that's how the Lord made us, You go into Romans 8:20, it talks about how the Lord, let's just get it. Romans 8 and verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. So see, Yahweh Shema Shah, made us, he allowed us to go off. All right, he made these bodies to, not to be perfect, That's part of the ministry is understanding that, hey, you're gonna go off, but you get back up, because hey, if you're perfect, then you basically don't need Yahweh Shah, to come with healing in his wings, you good. Part of the men. Hey, that's why Yahweh Shah came, so he can deliver us from these vile bodies, Ezekiel 36 and verse 26 or 27, and I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. So see, the Lord is going to download the law, statutes, and commandments in us to the point where that's the only thing we're going to do. We're not going to know how to go off no more. We're not going to have am I saying that right? The capability, to commit adultery, We're not even going to think it. We're going to be a total righteous nation. The scriptures say, all thy people shall be righteous, and that's what we're waiting for, We're waiting for our, to dwell amongst Israel, not worrying about, is this brother trying to plow my woman, or is this brother trying to steal from me, not trying to have thoughts like that, Look, and it says, the Lord said we're going to dwell in the land that he gave to our fathers. Yep. Hey, that's the best land of the earth, That's the best land. Land of Israel. All right. That's the best land. It says, I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. See, this is the kingdom of heaven. Let's get something else. Revelations 21 and verse 4. And Yahweh Shema Shah shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying. Neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So see, this is what we're entering into, This is why we're chanting down, Babylon the Great, so our kingdom can come. All right, so we don't have to, suffer no more, The Lord is going to be with us in every way. You can read Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 15 on how the Lord will be, basically bless us, The Lord is going to bless everything we do, What did it say? Let me see. Hopefully this is right. Let me see. Let's just go to it. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations on the earth. All right, so this should have been, now, But of course, this is the Lord's story, how he wanted it to play out, that we'll go off and, and Yahushua will redeem us, But yeah, hey, in the new bodies, hey, that we're going to be able to serve, that we're going to be able to keep all the laws, statutes, and commandments perfectly, this is about to happen, that we're going to be on high above all the nations, all right? And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. So imagine blessings just overtaking you. Like, let's see, overtake. To reach, overtake, take hold upon, to overtake, to reach, attain, cause to be able to secure, reach, have enough, wax rich. So see, and you know how here in this lifetime, you get overtaken by, curses. You got to pay this, then you got to pay that. Oh, then something broke down. Now you got to pay that, But guess what? We're coming into times where we're about to be overtaken. We're about to be grabbed, or, the blessings are going to forcefully, take us. We're not going to be able, hey, it's going to be beautiful, But what does I want to say? Let me see. Dang. Let me see. I must be misquoting. But yeah, hey, everything that our hands, touch, anything that we find ourselves doing is going to be blessed, We're going to be praying to the Lord, and the Lord's going to immediately, start answering our prayers, Here, Ezekiel 36 and verse 30. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach or famine among the heathen. Then shall you remember your own evil ways and your doings. All right, so yeah, hey, the Lord's gonna, we're just gonna be, how can I say, our livestock, all right, our, the gardens that we're gonna have, all right, all that, is gonna be, it's gonna be multiplied, times 100, We're gonna be good in every aspect, all right. We're not going to be wanting, all right? We're not going to be, or going over to Ishmael. Like, Ishmael, hey, can you land me over, such and such, our crops ain't trying to grow. Nah, we're not going to be doing that like that. They're going to be doing something like, they're going to be doing that to us, So, hey, this is what we can't wait for, So, yeah, man. So, that's pretty much it, I'm going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem HaKadosh. Never honors to the Apostle and Elders, Great Millstone. All right, Shalom.